Listen, let me ask you something personal. Have you ever felt like you're living your life on autopilot? Like you are here, but not really here? Do you know that the varied emptiness you feel sometimes? Like you're living your life, but you are not really in it. Yeah, that's usually the first sign you are not living as yourself. You are living as a false self you created to survive. And trust me, you didn't choose it. It chose you when you were too young to even understand what was happening. Why you built a false self? Let me tell you something real. Nobody wakes up one day and says, I think I become a different person. No, it happens slowly, usually when you grew up around people who didn't accept your feelings, your needs, and your personality. So what do you do as a kid? You adapt, you become quiet, or nicer, whatever, keep the peace. You learn to hide the parts that get you punished, and you show the parts that get you attention. That's how the false self is born, not from choice, from survival. What the false self looks. The false self is sneaky. It looks responsible and strong. People might even admire it, but inside, you feel disconnected, detached, like you're performing your own life instead of living it. Here is how it shows up. You smile when you are hurting. You say it's fine, even when it's not. You don't know what you actually want. You change your personality depending on who you are with. You feel exhausted after being around people, and you avoid conflict because for your false self. The cost of the false self. Here is the dark part. The false self protects you, but it also starves you. You might achieve things, success, be praised, and still feel empty because none of it feels like you did it. It feels like the character you play actually did it. You might have friends, but no one really knows you. You might be in a relationship, but you don't actually show up as yourself. It's like living behind the mask, and the longer you wear it, the heavier it gets. Why you stay in the false self? So why do people stay in the false self even when they know it's hurting them? Because being yourself feels dangerous. Your brain learned that automatically as pain. So now, saying no feels rude, being honest feels risky, and being seen feels terrifying. Your nervous system still thinks you are that kid who had to stay small to stay safe. That's why the false self isn't fake. It's protective. It kept you alive. But now, it's keeping you stuck. How you reconnect with the real you. Here's the hopeful part. Your real self isn't gone. It's just quiet, waiting for permission to come out again. And you reconnect with it slowly by noticing what drains you and what sparks you, by letting yourself feel things without judging them, by being honest in small ways, by sitting on tiny boundary, and by catching yourself when you start performing. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about coming back to who you really are before you learn to hide. The false self helps you survive, but the real self is the one that will help you live. And trust me, the moment you start being who you actually are, life stops feeling empty and it starts feeling like yours again.